Can you hear me now? Today we don't have Van Grafton. Van Grafton is in California, San Diego. Van said it's going to be really cold out there. And I'm like, how cold? How cold is it going to be, Van? 68. Now we can hear me. The light looks good. There's something going on over here with I got a scratchy thing going on. I'm itching constantly. Drew, who was that?
That was someone who messaged me through Facebook.
And you just now responded to him?
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take you to respond back to him?
I think it was 10 hours.
10 hours. We need to speed that shit up, okay? Good morning, it's Friday. Hey, I can't believe this week flew by. So I like to take 60 seconds and applaud the ones that I feel like had a great day on the leaderboard yesterday. Let's begin with none other than the conductor back there himself, Joshua. 52 phone calls. He talked to 11 people for 1 hour and 11 minutes. He was a talker yesterday. Congratulations. If you're on here, do me a favor. Like, comment, and share the stream. Have you shared the stream, Lorima? I can check the records. Andrew, the big Amish boy, the overweight Amish boy, the chubby Amish boy, came in and he made 32 phone calls. He talked to 2 people. He did set 2 appointments. How do you feel about your performance yesterday? Hayden McKee, Hayden came over last night. I don't know where he was on his calls, but he ended up with 51 phone calls. How do you feel about that?
Feels a lot better than 48.
Why is that? There's such a, whenever the score is 17-18 and you lose, but you only lost by 1 point. You're losing. You're losing close games. Noah I think you had a very productive day out in the field yesterday. Is that correct? But you made 16 phone calls. How do you feel about the fact you made 16 when usually you're the number 1 phone call guy?
Not too good. I could have done better for sure.
Even Lorima, she's back. She made 30 yesterday, 21 text. Steve Naroji, Moon Guy. He set an appointment. Kaylin, you made 9 calls yesterday. How do you feel about that? So would you say yesterday was a W? Do you know what a W means? A win or a loss? Okay, well, success determines how many little wins you have. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody on the leaderboard. Von Grafton is on here. Tammy Burton, happy late birthday. I hope you had a great... Did you do a good job of setting up the place for her?
Ask her. I'd say yeah.
Tammy Burton, do you feel like Hayden did a good job getting everything set up for your birthday? Come on in, fella.
I just want to know, Tammy, if you used your beer tie. She had a beer tie, an Irish beer tie.
An Irish beer tab. We don't know what that is, but Van says it's 50 out there right now. Joy Calvin, thank you for getting on here. Friday motivation. This past week I've been very cloudy. It's just been hard to think. Even when I'm absorbing my content, it's been very hard for me to read or watch and then come up with things that I like to talk about. I've just been very flat. But I did see some things last night and this morning that have got my inspiration back. I'm feeling better about things. She said, yes, it did. It was awesome. I can't take any responsibility for it, but congratulations anyway. So, I did use my beer tie. I love it, and thank you so much. What is one thing in your life that you feel like if I had X, my life would be the way I want it? If I had blank, my life would be how I want it. And it's different for everybody. For you, it could be information. Yeah. For you, it could just be I just need one person in my life. For you, it's different for everybody. But for me, things started to change whenever I started listening to the people like Joe Rich, Bert, Tim Dutton, John Jones. I started really listening to people that were telling me things, but it was kind of like I was listening, but I was ignoring I was listening, but I wasn't applying. I was listening, but telling myself one day down the road, I'll do all this shit you're talking about. But right now, I'm not going to do that. Right now, what's more important to me is Friday and Saturday night. That was taking up a lot. It wasn't just taking up my time on Friday and Saturday night. It was also taking up my thoughts on Tuesday and Wednesday when I was thinking about it. I was planning about it. Think about how focused and determined you've got to be to make those phone calls. If you're distracted just a little bit, it throws you off your game. It gives you just enough energy to decide not to do things. Do you know what I'm talking about, Josh?
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Because it happens to me a lot.
Okay, so you've got to get, whenever I made the decision to get laser focused, my life changed whenever I made the commitment I was going to do 100 deals. That's when it changed. I got very focused about 100 deals. And at that time in my life, whenever I was telling people I was going to get to that 100 deal threshold, I was not doing 100 deals, okay? I was like in that 40 to 45 deal threshold. And I didn't know what was I going to do to take this dude to 100. I didn't know. I didn't have a strategy mapped out, but I did have this. I made a decision. I made a decision that I'm going to pursue something a lot bigger. So those Mondays through Thursdays, those days were more focused than they used to be. It wasn't about going out and chasing ass and doing those things that, hey, took all my time back in the days. I got laser focused, and then I started making decisions. I started making these decisions that would grow the business. So today, I mean, we've sent Van out to San Diego. That's probably going to cost $5,000. Van's probably running his tab up right now. He's drinking orange juice and coffee.
He's drunk on the beach.
He's sitting there getting champagne. Put it on that dude's tab. But what can Van, even if Van goes out there and spends extra money, has a little fun, how much could Van come back and help the team?
A whole lot.
Why do you say that?
I mean, he could potentially.
Does anybody know what he's going out there to do?
He's going out there to learn those strategies.
Specifically, what is Van going out there to learn?
How to run a team like we're
How
trying
to
to run
take
one.
it to 500. Is he learning more about how to conduct a team?
Well, I think the way to get to 500 deals is we've got to know how to grow the ISA department. We're figuring it out as we go. Me, Larima, and Van, every single day we're just trying to figure things out. Well, there's something that came up. It's about $5,000. Van gets to go out there and learn from the best in the business. How much will that speed up our learning curve?
We could speed it up a year, 2 years.
Shit.
3 years.
No. I mean, it could be a complete game changer. The conference is going to be full of great info. Per Van, who's drunk right now. I guarantee you, he's drunk. What do y'all think he had for dinner last night? Lobster, steak. Probably threw half of it away. Probably ate a couple of bites. I don't eat it anymore. Whole bottle of wine. But hey, it does not matter what he spends out there on this. It's what he learns. He's going to come back and he's going to sit down with Larima, game changer. So for us to go from, I feel pretty certain we're going to finally hit the 200 deal this year. I feel like, because we're right at 100 right now. And I feel like he's going to, the way we're going to multiply to this number is when Larima knows exactly what these big teams are doing. She just, I mean, I don't think that the people are better than us. I just think they know things. Like, you are the same human being that you were a year ago, but you're armed differently because of what you know. Would you agree with that? Everybody that's here has made improvements. Do you feel like red Cabernet? Is that what he's drinking?
That's what he likes.
He said whole small bottle of wine.
Whole small bottle.
Whole, okay. But think about like the people that have been here for a few months now. You are the same person, but you're armed with new information where you can do things today that you used to could not do. And it's only because of things that you've taken the time to force yourself to learn, or you've got me pushing on you to make you learn these things. All these phone calls, the reason why I want y'all to make those is it's because of the commitment. Whenever you become committed to a bigger purpose for fulfilling for you, this is all about you. Whenever you start making more money, Andre, the Amish kid, is making a lot more money. Is this going to be a big month for you?
Yes.
Real big? You going to blow all that money? Would it have been possible for you to make this money a year ago?
No.
Okay, why?
Yeah, I was in real estate, so it was possible.
Well, why? Okay, what's the difference? What is the difference?
I know how to do it now. You know things.
When you say you know how to do it, what specifically do you know how to do?
I mean, I know how to close. I know how to set appointments.
What if I'd have told you last year I'm going to teach you all this, but you got to pay me $5,000? Would you have done it?
Yeah.
Would you have? Probably not. You're saying it's worth it though. So Van going out and spending this $5,000. Imagine if we go from last year 150 deals to we're going to 300 deals, just because Van went out there and he spends time learning. Hey, having fun. Hey, who thinks he's going to buy a sex worker? That's what they're called now. Can't call them pros anymore. Sex workers. Hey, if I get on my credit card, Van, what is this? How can you explain this? I don't think he'll do that.
E&J Entertainment.
Yeah, it's going to be some kind of entertainment out there. All right, who thinks he does that? Are you training right now? Looks like it, and you're not watching. Oh. But just imagine what's going to happen when Van does go out here and he's going to sit and listen to these guys that are doing 1,000 deals. Some of them are doing 2,000 deals. He's listening and they're saying, this is what we've done. This is what works. There's a lot of things that I'm telling you guys to do that probably won't work. We'll figure it out in a couple of months. Imagine if we had a blueprint where I'm like, hey, here's what we need to do. Here's exactly what we need to do. And the way you find out exactly what needs to be done is you go to somebody that's doing it. There's probably 80 people out there that are doing 500 deals. So whenever he gets out there, he will learn this. Then hopefully we can come back and we can implement this and huge changes are made. What is it? So for Van, what is it that's stopping us from getting to 500 deals? It's just information. It's getting around the right people. Everybody here, you've got something that's a blind spot. It's something that you don't know. It's a person you don't know. It's something that's missing. But if you had this, what would it be? For me, it was a decision. So now I am focused on us getting to 500 deals. Whatever it takes to get to 500 deals, if we got to buy more leads, if we got to send people to California, I'm going to Florida in May. What I'm going to do is I'm going to learn from a guy that sold 4,200 houses in 2020. His name's Chris Lindahl. 4,200 houses. I mean, it's amazing what he's probably spending. He's probably spending $2, $3, $4 million a year on his branding and on his marketing.
How big is his team?
300 agents. How did you get that big? He started out like everybody in this room. He started out as one person. But whenever you're growing, your brain needs to see a recipe so you can make sense of doing it. I remember whenever I first got into Zillow, it was $600 a month. $600. I was scared to death. Then it went to like 12. Then we went to 2,900. I had this guy though, finally from Zillow, Dean Licata was telling me, here's how you make sense of doing this. Here's how you go from here to there. See, we can't make decisions on things that we can't make sense of. That's why it's so important to get around somebody that can show you the codified reason why you need to do it. So whenever Van goes out there, he's going to say, well, y'all need to do this, or you need to do this, then you need to do this. And then Larima's going to be in there. And Larima, what if one day Larima's got like 5 little people working under her? She's in here bitching at him, yelling at him. hitting them, doing whatever it takes for us to get to 500 deals. What if one day you're doing 100 deals yourself, Drew, Andre? I mean, is it possible? I know it's possible. It might take like you and your little team. You might have like 5 little people that are working under you. Every one of you may have something like that. But the way we discover that is we get around people that have done it so they can show us the step by step, and then we believe what we're doing works. My life changed when I made that decision to go to 100 deals. And then everything that I was doing during the week, on the weekend, the money I was spending, it was all being applied towards that target. How focused are you guys on that?
Very.
When you're hitting 47, 48 phone calls, you're not. What are you focused on?
Everything else.
That's right.
Distraction.
Shut us down, Josh. Good job today. Hey, everybody give it up for Josh in there. I'm sorry. Fayho. Good job, Fayho. See ya. Shut us down.